Hey guys, Mainkiller7 here, the Radical Ranter, back with another video, with, I'm not really guess what you would call this, but asinine stupidity, I guess that's probably the best word for it for any. As you all know, I've criticized liberals in the past, most notably one Undertaker Freak 1127, UTF 1127. He's made a retard of himself again, more notably publicly, with all this shit going down with Milo Yiannopoulos and Twitter. One thing Undertaker Freak 1127 fails to note, or fails to do, is research. He just looks at the past. And all the shit Milo Yiannopoulos has said, which, yes, he did say that back in 2012 with the applying a ban and censorship on the internet. He did say that. He also stands by what he said. And he explains that in this video clip here.
You've been pretty mean through the years on Twitter.
I've been pretty mean through the years on
Yes.
Twitter, but I don't think that's a reason to excise somebody from the platform. Actually, plenty of people enjoy what I do. Over 380,000 of them, as you say, enjoy what I do, and there's certainly no suggestion whatsoever that I was involved in any kind of racist or sexist harassment of Leslie Jones. What I did was dislike her movie and write a very critical review that she didn't like. After that, I teased her a little on Twitter. If a journalist can't tease a Hollywood blockbuster actress, I don't know what this platform is about. You know, it's a very strange
You saw
thing.
it all, many of your followers, not all, but many of your followers started to attack her as well. I mean,
Yeah.
some of those things were brutal. Wouldn't you acknowledge?
Yes, of course, and some of them were completely disgusting, but I'm not responsible for what other people post on the internet. Is Justin Bieber responsible when his fans cut themselves with the hashtag #CutForBieber? Is Beyonce responsible when her fans go after One Directioners with death threats and rape threats? Of course not. It's preposterous to suggest that a public figure, an entertainment personality, or a prominent journalist is responsible for what other people post on the internet.
Let me read to you what you wrote in 2012 at the Colonel.
Sure.
It was a longer piece. The internet is not a universal human right. We ban drunks from driving because they're a danger to others. Isn't it time we did the same to trolls? Trolls, for our viewers who don't know, are how people refer to people like you who are mean on Twitter. Which there are very many
People like meanness,
You wrote this, right?
No, of
Is
course.
this what happened? You don't agree with this anymore?
No, I agree with it entirely. You know, Twitter is a private company. It's entitled to do what it likes. The problem is it's lying to users. Jack Dorsey says that it's the free speech wing of the free speech platform, the free speech wing of the free speech party, that he wants it to be a utility like water, that Twitter is the place you go if you want to express yourself. That's a lie. There is a systematic campaign against conservative and libertarian points of view on Twitter. And how do we know this? Not from the company's own notoriously opaque statements, but from the fact that they apply their own rules so capriciously and so inconsistently that there is only one possible explanation.
Watched it? Good for you. Now, if you're still a retard, and there's nothing real credible UTF 11 has anymore when he came out in support of rape culture, which, just by association, I mean, I never watched the video. I saw the name, I saw all I needed to just with that alone. He's a social justice warrior. A keyboard warrior. He is also a feminist, I guess you could say.
America is the greatest country in the world. There is a reason I'm here, because I love this country, and I love the principles on which this country was founded. Freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom of movement, democracy, capitalism, property rights. All of these things have given minorities rights unprecedented anywhere else in the world. It is Western, liberal, democratic capitalism that has given women the vote, given them access to education, the workplace, equal pay, because they do have equal pay. There is no rape crisis on campuses. To believe that, you'd have to think that America resembles the Congo in the rates of rape. It's just not believable. In fact, the Washington Post reported today that out of the 2,600 colleges they surveyed in 2014 for official government data, over half of them recorded 0 rapes in 2014. But the progressive left reports will tell you that American campuses are the most dangerous place for women to be. The American left, the progressive left, the social justice left hates women, gays, and minorities. It is a band of spoiled brat white liberals who care for nothing except their own self-esteem. They don't care about anything except feeling good about themselves and advertising their own moral virtue to everybody else. And while they are doing it, they are denying the rights of minorities to protect themselves. They are denying the rights of minorities to be informed about the risks that are out there. And importing Muslims into this country is going to represent significant risk to minorities. Politicians don't want you to hear that. You hear that from people, it sounds like, oh, crazy right-wing rhetoric. This is the reality that Europe is living through. Please don't make our mistakes. America is better than that.
You have to be fundamentally fucking retarded to believe the rape culture exists in America. Wow. Every single big rape case, aside from one, in the past 10 years, has all been fake. The one with the woman carrying the mattress around says, I will carry this mattress as long as I attend the same campus as my rapist. That was a hoax. Total lie. Feminists cry about rape culture and the white male patriarchy in America and the West when there isn't one. There is a rape culture, though, in Islam, in the Islamic world, in the East. Because, guess what? The West is the best. America is the greatest. The most privileged class in this country is the white female. Oh well, that's just facts. I mean, this idiot, UTF 1127, who's a liberal, so I mean, you can't take anything he says seriously. Liberals have been 100% fact-free since even before I was born in 1991. They've always been 100% fact-free. They formed the KKK, the Black Panthers. They formed Black Lives Matter. Can you take anything they say seriously? No. Which is, I mean, evident by what you watch, from what he says. I mean, all the stupidity he says. Where was I? Yeah. To believe that there's a rape culture in America, you would have to believe the 1 in 3 figures, the 1 in 4. You would have to believe rape, that America resembles the Congo in rapes where it's used as a weapon of war, and that's simply not true. You also would have to redefine sexual assault, because feminists, they have a supply problem. They have a demand-supply problem, where they demand, they're looking for all this, so there's none of it. So they shorten what it takes to fit what they need. We're basically touching you. That's sexual assault. That's rape. Not true. And the actual definition of rape is unwanted poking. So just like touching somebody, this feminist is going to go, rape culture, rape culture. Really? Are you that fucking stupid? That's why you can't take these people seriously. That's why you can't take John seriously. That's why you can only take somebody like Milo Yiannopoulos seriously. I mean, UTF 1127 presents the same question as presented to Milo on a mainstream news network, and Milo defeated that question. He gave, this is why Twitter's lying. That's kind of cut and clear. Calls Leslie Jones another hot black dude, and then she blocks him on Twitter and goes, no, rejected by another black dude. Oh my god, no. Which is hilarious. Did he come out against the people who threatened her in his name? Yes, he did. Great on him. That is exactly how you do this. But I digress. John wants to be along with the retarded of the left. I mean, he even believes Hillary should not be in prison. That right there is a red flag. You can't take shit he says seriously. But, hey, I support Milo Yiannopoulos. I support Daddy for president. Yes, Donald Trump. Fuck you if you don't agree. That's just me. You believe otherwise? Go fuck yourself. But Donald Trump for president, best choice America can make. We need Milo Yiannopoulos as secretary, press editor. Press secretary. This has been me, Killer 7 Guys, the Radical Ranter.